Hey, what is up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the Roth IRA portfolio, and I'm going to share with you guys the update on that, how that's performing, how much I got paid this week, share with you under the hood of what's going on in the portfolio. It's in my spreadsheet, and also I'll share with you the options that I sold this week to make some money, or make some extra money in this portfolio. So let me dive into the phone, record the screen, share the portfolio with you, and then we'll get into all the details of the spreadsheet. So let's record the screen here. 3, 2, 1, and bam. All right, open up Charles Schwab. Okay, so here we are in the Roth IRA. You can see my account, $49,714, and we were down 2.4% yesterday, and mostly due to Misty. I got $9,998 in cash, and if you go down here, let's view all the positions. You can see right here at the top, Misty, 780 shares. Then we've got Coney, 1518, XDTE, 111, QDTE, 90, and NVIDIA, 117. And I also sold two options. I sold one put option and I sold covered calls. So if you look down here, I sold a put option on QBTS. This one was, well, it's expired now. It's expired worthless. So that means I kept all of the money for this one. And then I sold 15 contracts of covered calls on Coney, and this one also will expire worthless because I sold it for $10, and Coney didn't hit $10, so I got to keep all of my shares and keep all of the money that I earned from this as well. So I'm happy with that. That gave me some extra income for the week. Now I'm going to take you to the spreadsheet and share with you exactly how much I actually made from the options and from the dividend payments, because we got quite a few payments rolling in, and the options income was pretty good too. I'm going to share that stuff with you guys. And let me open up my Roth IRA account and record the screen. Let's see, 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, so here we are in the spreadsheet for the Roth IRA, and we'll go have a look here at the positions, and you can see, make it bigger so you can see. So here's all the positions that I have that I just showed you in the portfolio, and then here's the number of shares that I have, which is exactly the same that I showed you in the portfolio. And then here's my cost averages, which are not great, but it is what it is. I've mentioned this before in the Roth IRA. You have to really be careful about this because you can't add money to average these down really, other than what you get from the dividends, because there's a cap limit on the amount you can put in per year in the Roth IRA, and if you reach that limit, then it's just really hard to average down. So this can be a dangerous game to play in your Roth IRA. You just have to be very careful with your cost averages and making sure you're averaging down as much as you can through drip or reinvesting or something like that. Or don't invest in these, invest in something else. But anyway, if you look over here, we've got the changes for the day and all that stuff, which I'm not going to go over all this. It's pretty self-explanatory. We have the 52-week highs on those, and there's the good stuff here. The returns is what we want to see. Let me put everything on the screen so it's easier to see for you guys. Let me sort this out. There we go. Okay, so you can see Coney, total return. Coney is now positive for us. And I told you I was going to sell Coney, and I do plan to sell it, I believe, but Coney's payment is coming this week, and I'm positive right now, and I've got a whole lot of shares, like 1,500 shares. So this should have a pretty good payment, and I'm positive on this as long as nothing too crazy happens. So I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this for one more week at least and get this next payment, and this should put me positive on this in total return, hopefully by $1,000 or more if the stock will stay relatively stable and the dividend's nice. So I'm going to hold on for one more week and try to get the extra $1,000. We'll see if it pays off. The next one you see, Misty, total return $4,300, and that's 22% total return. Nvidia is negative. It's down $400 in total return, and that's 14.5%. Nvidia is also on the chopping block. We want to cut this out of the portfolio. So hopefully soon I can get positive on this and get rid of this, because I really do not want this. XCTE minus 224, that's 4.11%, and QDTE is minus $30 only, and that's minus, might as well say 1%, close to 1%. So that's what's going on there as far as the total returns go. And if we look at the bottom, let me show you this. So down here at the very bottom, you can see total return is up 6%. So if I did sell this entire portfolio, I will walk away with more money than I started with, but only 6%, so not a lot. It's only like $4,000, as you can see in the total return column. Just a lot of negative stuff in here. So not too great, but it's not bad. Walk away with more than you started with is always a good thing. So let's go check out the dividend log and see how much we've been getting paid here. If you look at here, I've had this portfolio since around July. In terms of the high yield, I've had this before that. Actually, I used to use this as just a day trading account. I started with I think I had like $14,000 in here, like 2 years worth of money, and I just day traded that money, and got it up for quite a bit more money, and I did that for like a year or so, and then around July of last year, I started just investing in high yield dividends in this portfolio and other stuff instead of the day trading, mostly due to the time difference, because I'm here in China and I don't want to stay up all night trying to trade the stock market and not sleeping at night. So I just decided I would try some high yield dividends and see how it worked out. So anyway, we started this in July with, actually I started with Tesla, but I sold Tesla. But yeah, anyway, you can see here, this is what's been going on so far. We're going to look at 2025. We don't care about last year. We're going to look at May specifically. Oh, you can't see the stock. Let me do it this way so you can see what stock I'm talking about here. Hey, this is annoying. I have to make it smaller so you can see the stocks. So there you go. Coney paid me. Let's put it at the top. Oh, now we're on this stupid thing again. Well, I'll just leave it all on there. Who cares? Hey, sorry, this is a mess. All right, here we go. That's okay. That's not bad. You guys should be able to see that. Coney, $910 so far this month, but they're going to pay one more time this month, and so I'm expecting $1,000 from this or more. So hopefully that comes through. We'll see. That's $4,682 for the year from Coney. Misty just paid me $1,834 this month. That's $47.90 for the year, and that's the biggest payment from Misty this year so far, and in this portfolio, I believe. Yeah. Nvidia, $172 for the month. Pretty good. It's the best payment I've received from Nvidia. $136 was the best before that. XDTE, $114.57. I'm going to get paid one more time from this one, so this will be the largest payment in a month from XDTE as well. So it's going to be one more payment. It should be like at least $25 or $30, so maybe $50. I don't know, but it'll be more than $114 by the end of the month. So that's not bad. And then QDTE also $72, which is under this one, which is just slightly under two. You can see just about a few cents, so this is a few dollars under, but we got one more payment coming from them as well. So this should be the biggest payment for the month from QDTE, or the biggest monthly payment I've received from them so far. And if we look over here to the right, we can see the options, the amount of money I made from options I sold, as well as the monthly return so far. So you can see the sold positions here, and I made $90.73 in options so far, and that brings this portfolio to a total of $3,194 for the month. So not too bad. We still got some more payments coming in. Probably going to sell some more options as well. If Coney pays me what I'm expecting, This should put this portfolio over $4,000 for the month. And also, like I say, want to sell the options, and I got QDT, XDT that are still going to pay as well. So we should get at least $4,000, I'm hoping. And so we'll have to wait and see on that, see what happens with that. But I think we'll get it. And then lastly, real quick, I'll dive into this little option spreadsheet that I made myself, because I'm not going to make spreadsheets, but I just made this to track how much money I'm receiving in options income. And you can see these are all of the positions that I sold. I sold these in April, and then down here below this April, all these are the ones I've sold in May, but throughout different portfolios. And I put that over here. Actually, you can see over here I've got the date that I sold it, in which account: Schwab account, Webull account, IRA account. So if you go down here, this week, right? This is the week on the 19th when I started selling options for this week's payment. So you can see I sold one in Webull for $19. I sold one in IRA for $80. That was a covered call. You see Coney. I sold a covered call, so 15 contracts of Coney. It was actually $90 or something, but they charge commission fees. So anyway, I sold one in my Schwab account for QBTS. That was $17, and I sold one for QBTS in my IRA account for $19. So in the IRA, you can see we got 80 plus 19, $99.34 is what I sold there for this week. So I actually need to update that. Then I need to put this in. But yeah. So anyway, that's the options I sold. You can see here in my little option spreadsheet. If you want to see what I put on here, just for the hell of it, I just got the account. I've got the date that I actually sold the option. Then I've got the delta that I chose. So you can see I try to be conservative. I try to choose a 15 delta or less, which basically means that there's like an 85% chance that I will win the trade. There's a very small percentage that the trade will not go in my favor. And this is the only one that I sold that was higher than 15. It was this Rigetti, but it did expire worthless, so I made money on that too. Made money on all these actually. Strike prices. So this is the strike price that I chose, that I sold the call. There's the option for put option, call option, depending on what I sold. This is the price of the stock at the time I purchased it. So as you can see, like this 22 delta I just showed you, it was 11.51 when I purchased it, and then I sold the put. Well, I didn't purchase that, I sold it, but I sold the put for $10.50. So it was $1 out of the money. This one right here, the Coney, was $8.71. I sold 15 covered calls at $10. So I'd be happy to sell all of my Coney for $10, to be honest with you. And so I thought, if it hits $10, I'll make $90 in options premium, and I'll sell all my shares and walk away, happy camper. And it didn't hit, so I kept all my shares and still kept the 80 or $90 there. So that's what happened here. You can see the prices and the strike price there. And I put here a sign, yes or no. Actually, these all just now expired worthless, so I'll update this, not on camera, but I'll just write it down real fast, no, because none of these got a sign. They all expired worthless, which means I won every trade and kept all the money. And you have what type of option it was here, a covered call or a cash secured put. So I sold puts on everything except for Coney. I sold covered call on, so I have 1,500 shares and I sold 15 contracts. So that's why you have one here and one here. This is just the amount of money that I sold the cash secured put for and how much I sold the covered call for. So that's my little option spreadsheet thing there. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. We're on the road to $4,000 in this portfolio. Hopefully we'll get there really soon. And I'll see you guys on the next video, where I give you an update on the small account. See you then.